Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Spade review of the C-3604 added as part of the Leviathan's update. This aircraft, when I first saw it on a dev server, and obviously it was a pack when it was originally put on, I was a little bit disappointed, but I thought, I'll pick it up eventually. It's probably a beastly plane, but being at rank 2, it's probably not going to get me much. And then it turned out they actually moved it to the tech tree, which, well, that's brilliant for me because it means I can review it a lot faster. So before I begin, as per usual with my Spade reviews, if you're new to the channel that is, if you're a long-form subscriber, you'll already know. In the description below, there'll be links to some timestamps where we'll go to the Hangar section overview, which will cover the vehicle in detail and obviously all of its armament and everything. Then there's the Spade Table, which of course goes over the vehicle's matches and how it did. Then, of course, the gameplay. There's actually two parts to this gameplay because these matches weren't particularly long with this vehicle, as you can imagine, because of how good it is. But there is two lots of gameplay, so those will have separate timestamps. The first one is the first flight of the aircraft, and the second one is the third flight of the aircraft which spaded it. So, yeah. If you want to do that, go ahead and skip ahead to that. So, before I begin, this is a Rank 2 battle rating 2.7 aircraft added to the German tech tree, but strangely enough it's in a Fokker line, which I don't know why it is. I would have put it just before the BF-110s myself. Or at least after the C7 at the very least, but I digress. Overall, it's actually quite a nice aircraft to fly. You do feel its clunkiness stock, and obviously it does struggle with it being a bit nose-heavy, because obviously the wings are quite mounted far forward, and the engine's in the front weighing it down and everything. Obviously, it's got a lot of armament. So it does feel nose-heavy stock, but we will cover that more in the Hangar section overview, which, ironically enough, I'm about to begin now. So starting out off with the engine, we have a Sora YS2 engine. Now, the shape of it reminds me a lot of the Hispano Suiza, but I don't know if it's related. I've not really looked into this aircraft, like, history-wise and, like, what the engine and armament really stems from, so if anyone has any enlightenment on that, please do leave it in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to read it, because I love reading that sort of thing. And if you leave enough detail, I'll even give you a pinned comment, which that's a rare honor these days for some people. And yeah, this engine stock, you do feel it, but it's not too bad, because the aircraft's forgiving handling is actually quite pleasant. And obviously the stock firepower, as you'll see in the first lot of the gameplay, is more than enough. So, going to the armament, we have 3 20mm cannons, 2 mounted in the wings, 1 mounted in the engine hub. These have 180 rounds in the wings, 160 in the nose. These are absolutely brutal, and I'll be honest, I won't be surprised if this thing goes up in BR by the time this review's out, or at least near enough out. That's how good the armament is, even stock. And then, of course, we can't forget about the little rifle caliber machine guns in the wings. These are 7.45 FLMG-29s. I'll be honest, the belt layout was very Japanese-ish, but obviously I know they're not Japanese guns. It's just because they're AP and tracer, and that's very similar to Japanese. But at the same time, it's also very similar to French. So I don't know if it's related to a French gun, but again, if anyone has any knowledge on that, please do let me know. Then, of course, we have the rear gunner, which is 7.5mm Biob Doppel NG-29s. I'm going to assume they're related to the wing machine guns, but that's just my assumption. I don't know, because, as I say, I haven't done any research into this plane. But these rear gunners, they're exactly the same belts as these, so they're not particularly powerful, and the coverage is not great. It's only 20 degrees side to side, which is okay. But 18 degrees upward, 35 degrees upwards. I was reading the horizontal guidance then, which isn't too bad, but, you know, it's something to think about. Like, the rear gunners are not very good, but you're going to have a trade-off somewhere. Of course, we can also bring a couple of bombs, as you can see under here. These are the 200kg bombs. And then, of course, we can bring along 8 50kg bombs. Now, these are your stock payload, but I made myself a clean payload just in case. So you can do that by pressing create and just not putting any weapons on. I would suggest that if you want to use this as an anti-gas, or also if you want to have a cheaper spawn in Tank RB, but still. Then, of course, we get these FLZ Reket Orlican rockets. These are heat rockets, so they don't do a huge amount of damage once they penetrate, but you do get 16 of them. You can also, if I just use this as an example, you can actually put a mix, so you can put a 200 kilogram bomb on one side and 8 rockets on another. I don't recommend that personally, but still, that's just something you can do. Me personally, I just ran the 850s until I unlocked these, and then just started using these because they're just a lot more consistent, to be brutally honest. But overall, the aircraft is really good with its handling, even though it can be a bit underpowered and obviously nose heavy, as I mentioned. The armament is insane, but obviously the rear gunner is a bit crap, so just bear that in mind. But otherwise, you're going to have a blast with this thing. It's really, really solid. It doesn't, of course, have the best top speed, best acceleration, best handling, stuff like that. But what it does have is really good, solid performance. And one last thing to note, for when you're spading this thing, because this is quite key, the belts here on the left, so this one here in the middle, that is your wing-mounted 20mm. I would recommend going for this one first. This is your nose cannon. So I know what you're thinking, how can you actually tell that? Well, the way you do it is you actually go to your actual new 20mm cannons mod. So as you can see there, those are FFK HS45s. And if you remember from the wing-mounted cannons, these are designated HS, this is designated FMK HS. So just bear that in mind when you are spading this thing. Go for this one first, because that's your wing guns. And then, obviously, these are your... well, this is your nose-mounted gun. So just bear that in mind. Also, one last thing before I move you on. We do have ground belts for 39mm of penetration. I think I'm going to have to take this thing into ground RB sometime, because that is pretty good. But I'll probably do that and get back to you guys on that. Anyway, let's head over to the Spade Table, and let's see how the aircraft did in its Spade. And welcome to the table. So, as you can see up there, there's actually a note. I was TK'd in match 2, thanks to Bertie, my moderator. Leave a comment as well, saying hashtag ban Bertie, and we will definitely consider that. So, one thing I'm going to do before I continue is, for those that are new to the channel, and also not new to the channel, so you've been around a while, you'll notice that in the Harry Hopkins review, and this review, there's air kills for main tanks, and there's also base bombing for planes. Now, typically I don't get air kills in tanks, unless I'm actively trying for it, and I don't typically get base bombing unless I'm trying for it. So would you want this to be win or loss, with a W or L? Let me know in the comments below, because that really helps me out design these tables and everything. So the first match, which is the one that you're going to be seeing first, is 6 air kills, 7 ground kills, 1 assist, did die, 21,154 SL, 4,130 RP. And then battle 3, which is the other part of the gameplay you're going to be seeing, is 2 air kills, 17 ground kills, 2 assists, did die, 14,512 SL, 2,411 RP. Important thing to note, the second air kill does not happen in the gameplay. It happens shortly after the gameplay is cut off, because that's when the Kai 44 does go down. So just bear that in mind, it will come up as 1. You'll only see 1 air kill, but there is 2. It's just, it happened off screen. So just bear that in mind. But yeah, I did get a little bit of base bombing in, but you can see why I want to change this to win or loss, because obviously that can matter when it comes to your RP gain. So for example, this was a win, this was a win, and I think this was a win, if memory serves. So there was all wins in that regard. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if you want to see that. But yeah, I'm really impressed with this plane. I really want to use it in ground RB and see how it does. Definitely get back to you on that. I'll probably have an opinion when I come to obviously publish the video and everything. So feel free to ask in the comments below. But anyway, we'll leave it all to it for today. I'm going to hand you over to the gameplay now, which is me and Bertie in the aircraft. Well, he's not flying this thing, he's flying multiple different aircraft, and of course he gets me TK'd in game 2, but, well, you don't get to see that, because that's this battle here. You're seeing 1 and 3 today. But anyway, I'll see you all on the next one. I'm going to start climbing.
I can't take off. Hello. Is the engine off? I can't throttle the plane, what the fuck?
Throttle it does take a bit of time, the lag is a bit, well, laggy.
No, it doesn't go up, it's stuck at 0.
Try using your mouse wheel.
No
See if that does
reaction.
anything.
I got a faulty engine from the factory, comrade.
You did indeed get that from 40 comrade.
What the fuck is happening? This
Press
is like those
I
meme
to-
videos. You have a 20% chance you get a faulty engine and can't play it around.
Try like switching the engine off and turn it back on again, old-fashioned way. Yeah, I must admit, like the skin on this thing looks very. The word I'm looking for is brash. It's very out there. It's not typical of a prop aircraft that I think of. Why is he pitching up for me? There's a Yak 9 in front of him. Get out of here, you jackass. Just because you have 1050 cals don't mean you're God's gift. Like, come on. I'll take the kill assist.
Spawning in again. Guess.
Severe damage, I'll take that. These guns are brutal. SB2U2 on my left.
I literally cannot stop. What the fuck is going on?
That is so weird. Thank you. First game luck.
Oh, my buttons aren't working. Why can't I throttle up?
This thing feels really nice to fly. I'm not even joking. I've got fighter escort as well. Right, are my flaps in? Yes. Cause I was just making sure, because, great aim fucker. Teammate, you don't need to try and shoot through me. Jesus. Is he trying to... I think this guy's trying to ram me. What is he doing? Okay, A36 coming in. You can take the head on, mate, if you're trying to ram me. These guns are brilliant. Why is this thing 2.7 with this armament? Like, bro, this is IL-2 level. And it gets a rear gun. A pretty good one at that.
Why can't I start the fucking engine?
Like you said yourself, comrade. Like you said yourself, comrade. Faulty engine from factory. Yeah, the machine guns are even nice. The 7.45. I think this is the first time we've had this caliber in War Thunder. If memory serves.
What other guns are working? What the... Sorry, leave.
Yes.
This bullshit.
Oh dear. Poor Bertie. Oh, D520 coming my way. I don't know a Swiss name, so I'm not even going to attempt to, like, say one. I'm going to get my bombs off here, I think. Get rid of 5 bombs. That was less than I was expecting. Oh well, it's fine. Like I said, this thing feels really nice to fly, even stock. Like, it's underpowered, you can definitely feel that, but, like, it's not drastically underpowered. It's... Nice one, teammate. Right, let's spin it back round, because we are getting a bit dicey. I've still got 3 bombs left as well, so I can still do stuff. Yeah, I actually like the look of this thing as well, Bertie, but the default skin is horrible. I'm sorry to any anyone from Switzerland, but...
Oh, test flight it's working. It's actually a faulty engine. It's literally bullshit.
Like I say, I can definitely feel, like, the performance in this thing. Oh my god, these guns are so brutal. Why is it 2.7 with this armament? Like, genuinely. This is nearly an ace on my first flight. I don't think it's going to last much longer. We're about to get swarmed. That's an ace. Corsair coming in. I hit the Corsair with my bombs. That's just insane. But yeah, if you are going to fly this thing, it's bloody brutal is all I'll say. Very good armament, decent handling, a little bit underpowered stock, but yeah, this plane is worth flying.
There's a lot of C3s also.
So how many attack planes do you think we need in this match?
Yes.
Let's see. 1,
2, 3, 4,
3,
5,
4,
6,
5,
7, 8,
6,
9,
7,
10,
8, 9
10.
attack planes. That is insane. Yeah, thanks
Maybe
for...
11, there's a Peshka coming in.
Well, it's technically a bomber, but we might as well count it. So for those wondering about the team kill in Game 2, Bertie was a bad influence on a Peshka pilot who then strafed me.
He valiantly defended me against the menace of the British Isles.
I will get the replay and prove my innocence. But
That's
anyway.
what I shot over you. You deemed that as
Doesn't
a
matter.
threat enough to use lethal force.
Well, would you... right, let me put it into your mind for you. If you shot at an armed police officer, but didn't directly hit him, would you expect the officer to not shoot back?
If it happened immediately, yes.
Yeah, see...
If it happens 10 seconds later, because I'm British and a bellend, then no.
Hearing a German say bellend is quite funny, I must admit. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I wanted to
Okay,
like.
let's
I
put it
can't
another way.
believe how many
Did
attack
you
planes
get
we
kicked
have.
out of the game for team killing, or did I get kicked out of the game for team killing?
Yeah, but I had to defend myself against the Peshka. Like,
Game doesn't agree, and the game is the
no,
god.
the game did not agree. I agree,
So I'm correct.
somewhat. So anyway,
100% correct to hear that
Bertie,
first.
you know how we was discussing the bombs, that the 50s are... we think the 50s are German bombs. I don't think these are German bombs, these specific ones, these 200s. They don't seem it, because they have a very different shape. Like, the 50kg bombs look like the German 50kg bombs, but these don't look like the German 250s, and plus they're a different weight entirely. Might be worth looking into, because I don't know a lot about the Swiss. You know, they're more known for their neutrality, but still. Nice. That's a lot of fighters coming in. Yeah, these guns are brutal against ground targets. Like, look at that, just rips a pillbox to pieces. Careful, teammate, I don't want to get hit. Don't want to end up like the last match. Bertie.
You didn't have to kill me.
I did, self-defense.
If you call it that. Game doesn't agree with that many self-defenses though. At some point it's your fault.
It's War Thunder, it doesn't agree on many things, let's be real.
Exactly. Your aggressive British behavior cannot be part of this community.
It's my community, you sausage.
If you say so.
Hang on, I thought his name was that, AliExpress. Respect, Mr. JU88. Yeah, we could just farm these ground targets insanely easily. I'm surprised that killed it, actually. That AA piece. Yeah, I must admit, like, this has some of the most forgiving handling for a strike aircraft. I just would love to know why it's not in the BF-110 line and it's in the Focke-Wulf line. I don't get that. I've not even dropped my bombs yet because, well, I have no reason to. I'll drop them in a minute though. I don't know if they drop single as well, but I'm going to find out in a minute. I'm going to assume they do. Okay, Firefly's down, good. A36 incoming. I was about to say my guns are bigger, but I missed a shot. Alright, now I can say my guns are bigger. Come on, baby, swing it around. Nice one, IL-2. Beautiful work. Down goes him. Corsair coming in hot, Bertie. I don't know if you're still alive. I'm going to assume you are.
I'm fine.
Yeah, there's a Corsair coming in hot. Right, I can get these 200kg bombs out now. Let's find out if they drop separately, folks, because again, I don't know. It's my first time using these bombs. They do drop single. That's pretty useful. That's good for tank RB, that is. Is it the best bomb load? No. I just wish we had more pylons for this thing, though. I'll say that right now. Okay, let's get rid of that before the P-39 comes in. Come here, mate. I can't shoot him if you fly right at me, you twat! There we go, that's him dead. What was that teammate expecting me to do? Shoot through him? Sheesh. He must have done. Oh, P-40.
You're a team killer.
P-40. P-40. You're a team killer. That's a P-40 ETD. That's a Twitch drop P-40, buddy.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, he keeps running away. I can't really catch him.
I'm out of cannon ammo, Bertie. So I've only got machine guns. I need your backup, but I don't trust your backup. That's the worrying part. Okay, P-39's dead. I think he's... Yeah, he's second to last. He's got 3 guys left after this. Oh god, Bertie, Ki-44 coming down. Brake hard, brake hard, brake hard.
It's not going for me, interestingly.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Goes for the easy 110.
Yeah, that P-40 is going to reset in a minute. We need to deal with this Ki-44 before that Corsair comes down. I'm out of cannon ammo though. Oh! What just hit me? For once it wasn't Bertie. I can't do that. She's not exactly a heavy or a light girl. Corsair's coming in now on the IL-2.
Is any teammate going for the right fucking
Watch out for the Ki-44. Watch out.
P-44?
I've got no cannon, so I'm going to have to try and kill it with machine guns.
Help! Help! Help!
I can't get a shot on it. Should be able to now, but they're only machine guns, and I've only got like 130 bullets. I ain't got much ammo, so I can't do that, but I can't climb up that high. Not easily, anyway. Got some hits. I've only got 70 bullets left. Right, I'm gonna try an RTB.
Really, leave. He's just gonna kill us. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know, but I can't do anything with 70 bullets. Which is going to be less.
Annoy him. You can't. You need to just attack him. He doesn't know you're on low ammo.
Well, I'm out of ammo now because that AA truck ate all my bullets.
He doesn't know that. Stay here. Otherwise, he's just gonna die on me and kill me. Joe, come back.
He might go for me. You don't know yet.
He is on me. What do you mean?
Well, I don't know that. I'm not a mind reader.
You can see him going for me. Why did you leave?
I'm not leaving. I can't outrun a Ki-44.
I'm not leaving. I can't. You're literally leaving.
Yeah, now I am. Because I'm going to try and kill this guy.
You were leaving the whole time.
Oh, he's a try-hard man.
That's why I need you to stay with me.
I think I got his engine. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I definitely got that engine. But yeah, that's just some of the shenanigans you can get up to in this thing. Very fun playing.